Hi everyone, today we'll be playing
Dad, what's happened? Do you want to warn your mom? Yo, this is a package. You're not Mr. Beast. The next set is another McDonald's set, so I don't have an item. I opened it up and filled up to the hockey. And this is the McDonald's hockey set. And the face is kind of interesting. But we're not going to fully check the end and start testing out play features. It seems like you push down the head of the hockey. And it actually makes it only gives it it's actually pretty fun. The original pricing it was free in McDonald's Happy Meal. And overall how cursed it is, I do think the face is that
Is there a form based on the fire?
Jack, take the controller. Gonna melt from the fire.
This is the command list.
Well, she'll get there one day. Am I better than her on this day? Louie, just run your own race. Oh no! Still a baby. Yes, no. Come on, Louie. Roll over. You learn to roll over really early.
يعني حسيت اني ضربتها في السيارة هي بتكون كم يضربها يبغى لنا نشوف 4 أيام 5 أيام بتكون حلوة السيارة. في حد طبعا يحب يروح يخيم في البستان يكون بالاسبوعين يحتاج يحبون الطبيعة في يتمنى المحبين الطبيعة صراحة جودة رخيصة وحلوة ومعلومة بقولكم يعني يكون السيارة أنا بالنسبة لي قالت لي أنت لو صرحتي
Okay. Mistake if I'm mistake. What?
The black parts doesn't have the white things.
Oh yeah.
حسيت إنه شعر هذا الأكواب التقاليد الشعر جدا كريم ولكن الدولة وايد بتحكم وين ما تروحون الحلول قطعان ماشي كل ماشي بارك الرحمن والأنهار والنسبة
Win!
The doctor said there was nothing to worry about.
علي لازم نحط بالبيت انا خليني انا يمك اجيب مكتب
Okay. Now we're
وصل ساعة شكله انا متأكد 100% عايز كوباني ما كوباني ايه قولي يلا
You were a bum. Which is the step right feels good. Looks like you want to crawl, right? Itchy crawl.
what? Dude, Dad! I'm making a video! And you know I'm not cutting that out. Dad, why else would I be seeing things?
Don't you?
Oh, yeah.
So why not you want to play it?
For some reason I'm playing a Mighty. I tried playing a Super Mighty. Just kidding, that's actually a skin Mighty. Dude, I don't even think. Oh, yes! I actually do have one of those. Why? Is it because I'm not cutting? Is it because I didn't cut that thing out?
ready for this? So here's the thing. Pac-Man, right? Okay, so I already spent about 3 hours working on this map. This should be the exact same one as the one from Pac-Man. And now that we got this going, here's what I have in mind. All of these walls are exactly placed 5 because this guy, supposedly Pac-Man, this is Pac-Man, and yeah, we're not gonna have ghosts.
اخيرا بعد 4 شهور.
What I'm doing instead is that this fellow over here with a beautiful smile, he's actually gonna be the bad guy. You actually need to run from him. So here's how the game is gonna work. Basically, one player is going to be walking around this map. They have to collect these little coins and these
واحد مع انه
And to give you a little perspective on what
هو انت
No, no. Just
انت شعرك كويس شعرك كويس خط كل زمان انا هنا ما في انا مضطر انه احلب على الصفر انا غصبا عني احلب يا رجل ولا مكان خالد ولا خلاص. انا الى صار عمري 35 رجعني هيك كويس وشعر كثير وكثيف جدا. الى هذا ما هذا ما منطقي لانه كثير يقول لهم طويل.
Yeah, we did. With better graphics and Will Smith.
That is so funny. Yeah, no, he said with better graphics on Will Smith.
Better graphics and Will Smith. But why would we remake something that's already been on the shelf when we could be making something totally original? Because we don't want to take risks, and this will make us more money. So won't it be obvious to the audience that we're only doing remakes for the money? They'll watch it anyways. I don't want you to think that all sequels and remakes are bad. One of my favorite movies is a spin-off, and I'm very excited for the remake of The Dark Crystal to come out. And if you think I'm going to make a video talking about it when it comes out, you are absolutely correct. So Disney is remaking a bunch of classical movies into live action. They did it with Tarzan, Alice in Wonderland, and they did it with 101 Dalmatians twice. And as someone who enjoys cartoons, I think it would be cool if they remade Treasure Planet or Atlantis into live action. Both of those movies are underrated and have a lot of high-stake action-packed adventure that would be perfect for a reboot. And if they did get a reboot, it would introduce a new generation of kids to these awesome movies. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure Disney has good reasons for making sequels and spin-offs. Speaking of Disney sequels, I got some news about the very old straight-to-VHS Disney. I try to forget about them every day. You can have your own opinion on the Disney sequels, but all the ones going straight to VHS are terrible. Even The Lion King 2? That one evil lion was kinda hot. Did I stutter? I know all those sequels are technically owned by a different studio, but let's just hope that Disney will finally break the bad sequel streak with Frozen 2. Or they should just let it go straight to VHS. Some franchises like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings have long overarching stories that are designed to have multiple installments.
Dude, that's from Sonic
If
Heroes.
it doesn't stretch out one book into 3 movies, then those types of movies are absolutely fine. But I don't want to talk about those movies. I want to talk about sequels to standalone films. Now, I believe that a sequel to a standalone film can be done, but it's a delicate process. Because in the first movie, you establish the characters and the world they live in, then the protagonist has to overcome a problem, usually defeating a villain, and then the characters live happily ever after, and the story is all wrapped up nicely with a bow, and what a nice story we can say. I'm just going to set it down and watch it from time to time and not change it one bit. But then a sequel comes along and says, oh, you thought the characters lived happily ever after? And then rips off the nice bow and says there's another more evil villain who wasn't mentioned in the first movie for some reason. If the sequel turns out bad, it can devalue the original movie. There's a reason we don't talk about Atlantis 2 or Pocahontas 2. Or Mulan 2, or Hunchback 2, or Aladdin 2, or Cinderella 2, or Beauty and the Beast 2, or Tarzan 2. Because they didn't happen. So that's why I'm always impressed whenever a good sequel is made. And a studio that I think does an amazing job at making sequels is called DreamWorks. But I've noticed a pattern with DreamWorks franchises that I've coined the DreamWorks trequel paradox. I think the right word might be trilogy, but I'm just going to say trequel. You see, DreamWorks has a track record of creating amazing sequels, but are trequels. Here's what I mean. Now, keep in mind that these are not my opinion. These reviews are objectively correct facts. And also, I just want to say I know that these movies are animated movies. I like animated movies more than real ones. And I'm a cartoon character, so... Shrek 1. Great movie, great characters, great message, 10 onion layers everything. Shrek 2. It's the first movie in history to be better than the original, and it created the best music video of all time. I need 11 zeros out of 10. Shrek 3? Not in my fault. Okay, I know we might not all agree, but here's another example. Kung Fu Panda 1, perfect movie. Any scene anthropomorphic animals is always the one in my book. I think we have a best-selling franchise on our Panda Pods. Kung Fu Panda 2, just as good as the original. How many sequels have an animated bird as a villain? Besides Stuart Little 2. So far we got 10 weeks on board, but then Kung Fu Panda 3 comes along and... I'm sorry, Jablinski, I just wasn't feeling this one. Which is why I was so worried for How to Train Your Dragon 3, and let's just say the DreamWorks trequel paradox didn't break its trend. However, there's one franchise that doesn't follow the DreamWorks trequel paradox, and it haunts my dreams. Works. And that franchise is Madagascar. I remember this movie as a kid, and apparently I wasn't the only kid who enjoyed it because it made $193,395,521. So DreamWorks made 2 more of these movies, and created the thing that haunts my dreams. Now, personally, I don't really care for these movies. They're fine. I haven't rewatched them at all, so 5 out of 10. But there's another movie in this franchise. A movie that shouldn't be as good as it is. And honestly, I'm a little embarrassed to admit that it might make the list of my top 5 favorite movies. I don't think enough people
Dude, stop!
movie, so I'm gonna be the one
Why do you always have to do that?
It's relevant because we're talking about Penguins of Madagascar. Penguins of Madagascar is the best movie that features penguins ever. Better than Happy Feet and Happy Feet 2, and it's 1,000 times more realistic.
That's so funny. That was so funny. Yes, I know. I saw it. It was a default dancing
Better than
penguin.
Happy Feet and Happy Feet 2, and it's 1,000 times more realistic than March of the Penguins. There's a scene where the penguins fall off an airplane and go hopping from one airplane to another. It's so entertaining, and it's all done in one continuous camera shot. So I'm not talking with irony when I say that this scene is a cinematic masterpiece. I don't remember when I first watched Penguins of Madagascar. It came out when I was 18.
Hey, بس
Probably
هو
not
كان
the
شيء
target
ما
demographic.
تقدر تحكم
I
عليه.
remember after watching it thinking, it's a good movie. And I didn't think about the movie again until years later.
هو أوادم
Some people actually liked the second one, which was surprising. And I said,
I get questions.
sequels. At least we can all agree that Penguins of Madagascar is better than both of them, right? And
هو
everyone
أول
was
شيء
like,
ما هو كان movie
about together, and Pixar really do a good job, and I think it was wise how kids like them because they're scenes like old people dying. Almost every movie puts on the stage and put a
The package Disney
لا لا هو الكلتشر هو شوف كل واحد يقدر يعمل له كلتشر كل واحد بس اشياء ممكن تقدر تعملها برزنتيشن الكلتشر حقك في اشياء ما تقدر تعملها برزنتيشن خلاص يعني في اشياء تقدر تعملها برزنتيشن يعني تقدر تعملها بس في اشياء ما تقدر لانها خلاص ما هي انسانيه اساسا يعني حتى لو اخذت الكلتشر الصيني اخذت الكلتشر
Okay, eventually this video went off the rails a tiny bit. I'm sorry. Hey everyone, I feel like I always say this, but I know it's been a while. I did a lot of shows recently, like Scribble Showdown, which you might have heard of. I'm going on tour in early October, so click the link in the description.